And we are live. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? So, listen, welcome to Hits and Heels. Today, we got a great treat for y'all tonight. Oh my God, we got the daddies on.
We got the paws. As my son would say, pops.
We got the pops on. So, my name is Coach Terri Bryant, and if you are the first time tuning in, I'm a football coach here in Lexington, Kentucky. My husband made me a football coach. We have a son at the University of Kentucky that is the starting safety. Led the team in interceptions and the SEC in interceptions, was second team All SEC. So we are a football family, like for real.
And first team All American.
And first team academic All American, absolutely. Yeah. So we are a true football family. And one of the things that we love doing on our show is helping families to navigate that process of being a sports parent and also preparing their child for whatever the next level is. We coach middle school, so we're preparing our kids for high school, but we also have a son that we hope go to the next level in the NFL. So we got three absolutely fabulous NFL coaches that is a dream come true that they are even on our show. And so these fathers are going to come on. They're going to introduce themselves, and then we're just going to go right in.
And all three of them need to be praised on what their babies are doing and done and about to do. That's pretty cool.
And we're definitely getting ready to give them their props. So first, we're going to bring on Mr. Parsons, the dad of Micah Parsons.
And as we bring on one at a time, I got a comment.
Okay.
Let me tell you, my baby had a lot of French words when your baby went to Green Bay. Because she is a Cowboys fanatic. And I'm telling you right now, she called Jerry Jones every name in the book. Didn't sign him and keep him in the Cowboy. I just want to let that out there and everybody know that. She was not happy. And then I saw her watching a little bit of Green Bay. And so
because I'm a fan.
She's a huge fan of your son.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And next we have Lamont Ramsey.
Okay, now Ramsey's son played for that team across the bay and made my 49ers look real bad many times. And I'm sitting there yelling at the TV, said, okay, he made his side. So he's an outstanding man and one of my son's favorite players in the NFL.
Yeah, actually, Ty texted us when we were coming on the show and was like, "Can you ask him if he can get his son if I could work out with him?" That's funny. And then next we got Tony. Are you still with us?
I'm still with you.
There you are.
There you are. There you are. So listen, we left you for last because your son went to the QCAT.
Yeah.
Where I played, my son's playing, and when you asked about him, we was like, no, we were in the stands.
We were in the stands when you're
son
playing. And we're fans. And so we're proud of all three, what your babies have done. So my wife, Terri's going to start it off with all three of you. And again, I know she said it, but I want to say thank y'all guys for taking time out. And if one of you fall asleep, we'll
So listen, I know you guys are used to all the usual questions. And so I'm going to try to mix it up just a little bit. But I have to start it off, though. I have to start it off, though. Somebody just turned it on. We're good. Okay. I do have to start it off with how did you do it? Like, how did you get him there? What age did you know, hey, we got something here?
And Mr. Williams, you can go first on that
one. Well, Brandon started playing when he was 9 years old.
We can't hear you, Tony.
I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So Brandon started playing when he was around 9. And he just excelled. I mean, he came to us one time. I never pushed my kids into any type of sports. I think a couple of his little friends were playing. So he was like, Dad, I want to play football. So we signed him up and they put him in receiver and he just started excelling. what did we do? We just kept them engaged, kept all our children engaged. All of them played some type of sports, did some type of extracurricular activity, some type of deal. So just kept them engaged, stuff they liked. We didn't push them into anything that we were doing or we had done. Like, hey, you should try this. So they navigated their own thing. We were just there to support them, make sure everything went smooth. But it was their talent and that God gave them, and we just was there to be bumper rails for them, make sure they ain't fall off the edge.
Gotcha.
Right.
So I want to go to Coach Parsons.
Okay.
Coach Parsons, you're a coach.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
30 years. So
Yes.
your son is kind of like us, where he grew up in a house where it was a coach. What was it an option for him?
But also you was in the military, and thank you for your service.
Thank you. So I've coached T-ball, basketball, and volleyball. Never coached football. I didn't push my kids into football. What happened was I was just sitting around. I was thinking I want my kids to go to school, but financially we couldn't make that happen. So I realized between sports and academics, it was a possibility because I was trying to get them to go to school for free and signed them up. And once they got close to middle school, I was like, well, pick a sport you want to stay with. And that's what we was going to focus on.
So you did one sport at that time, or not three in middle school?
No, so Micah started, well, Terrence Jr. and Micah, they started playing football at the same time and then wrestling. And my daughter was doing basketball and field hockey.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. So Mr. Ramsey,
Yes, ma'am.
what did you do different? Like, what was middle school like?
I was sort of like Coach Parsons. I coached both of my sons until they got to high school.
Oh, okay.
After high school, I was like, okay, y'all go play for somebody else. But I mean, my story's similar to them, man. They had some variety. They got to be a kid. We didn't just focus in on one sport.
Yeah.
My oldest son was a 3-sport athlete in high school, and Jalen was a 2-sport athlete in high school. They tried to get him to be a 3, but he rather be in the stands doing the basketball games than be playing. So unless they was having a dunk contest, then he wanted to be out there then. But other than that, I just let him, play. I had a training business at the same time, so we always did a lot of sports performance training, like your son was asking about. He's trained with me all his life until like the last couple years. So.
Okay. Yeah, our son definitely asked that. So based on everything that you've seen, what do you wish every sports parent knew? Like now?
That's a good question.
They have to be realistic. That's what I want sports parents to know, to be realistic and know your kids' abilities. You know what I mean? So like with training kids for over 20 some years, I would get parents who come in and they'll have a 5'5", 135-pound guy, and they want him to go to Alabama and play running back. That's just not realistic. You know what I mean? So just be realistic so that you're not disappointed. If you have realistic expectations, you won't be disappointed. There's nothing wrong. We got into it to get free college. That's what we did it for.
Oh my
The
God,
pros,
that is the thing.
Yeah, the pros is icing on the cake. I used to tell them all the time that the pros is icing on the cake, but I'm trying to help you get the cake. College is the cake. So
That's good.
If your kid can go to college for free, that's it.
Right. Mr. Williams, if you want to chime in as well on that question.
What every parent should know. Just kind of piggyback off what Ramsey said. Be realistic. Know your child's ability. And realize that like you said, everybody's not going to make it. You look at your child and say, man, my child, we talk about this all the time. Your child might be the best in a small pond, but when they start spreading out and getting to some other areas, they might not be as good as you think they are. So you got to be realistic. Your child's sports might not be your child thing. Your child might be an engineer. Your child might be a doctor. But they're able to perform in sports at that particular time, but that may not be their thing. So you have to be realistic.
That's good stuff. When did y'all know they were going to the next level?
Is that me?
Yeah, Mr. Parsons. When did you know?
Honestly, I didn't really see it until he got to Penn State. Growing up, he was doing a lot of amazing things, but I felt like 6'3", 230, he's supposed to do that if he's playing football. I didn't think it was out of ordinary. But when he got to college, now he's being 18, he's playing with 20, 21, 22-year-olders, and he's still doing the same thing. I said, oh, maybe his dream is going to come true. And I wanted to chime in on that last question. I always hear parents blame their coaches when their kids don't get to college or it don't work out. As a parent, you have to do the homework. My son was at 2 schools. He was at Central Dalton, he was at Harrisburg. And me and his mom didn't have one recruiting meeting about going to college. Wow. And he was a 5-star. So all our unofficial visits, that was me getting on that computer, calling the colleges, the defensive end coordinator, and say, hey, we'd like to come on an unofficial visit. And they explained it to us, you get 3 tickets, you got to bring your own way, yada, yada, yada. So parents, you have to do the homework. You just need the coach to put your child in the field to put him in position. Other than that, you got to do the homework. If you just sit back cheering, you ain't doing the homework, you might be disappointed at the end of that, his senior year.
Well, my question, you sort of took a little bit of it because both Mr. Williams and Mr. Ramsey made a comment, and it was like realistic. Okay, it is the hardest thing in 2026 for parents to be realistic. And so, and this question to Mr. Ramsey is, what is your words to make somebody say, my child, he's going to school, he may not be D1, but my child's got it. What is your thing to tell parents what to look for on the level?
Each individual is different, so it's not just one thing. But when I'm talking to a parent, I'm gonna be real with them, and that's one thing I can say about these 2 guys too, that we just gonna tell you the truth. And I always used to tell the parents, you might not listen, but you can't say I didn't tell you. So I just try to be real with him, and then I'll give him some research. I also look at, if his son's a running back, look at all the running backs they got on this roster. Look at all the DBs they got on this roster. We went so far as to take kids who just knew they were going to be playing FBS, and I was like, no, you're not big enough to play down there. So we would take them down on unofficials, like Mr. Parsons said, get them on the field where they're warming up and everything, and they're like, oh, man, these DBs huge down here, and stuff like that. So they think they're big until they get on the field with those guys, and they're like, oh, man, they're huge, So even with Jalen, a lot of the guys didn't realize how big he was until they got around him. It was like, oh, shit, he's 6'2", 210. Coming in, he was 198, so he was already big. So you just got to be realistic.
And he did something on the primetime did. I remember him starting. Didn't he start as a freshman at Florida State?
Yeah, you want me to clear that story up for you?
Yeah. Clear it up.
So
I thought that's a fact.
It is a fact. So everybody always throws that out there and says he's the first freshman to start, true freshman to start since Deion, and that's a fact. But what they don't say is Jalen started from game 1, and Deion didn't.
Okay.
So they
What up? What up? Okay. Hey, I got my cup, and you remember Johnny Carson? I did not know that.
yeah, he started from game one.
All right.
So
Oh, I love that. So, what is the biggest lie parents believe about scholarships?
Mr. Williams.
He started laughing. Mr. Williams, you're on mute, baby. Mr. Williams, you're muted.
I think the biggest lie is that if your child has a scholarship, that's it. You don't have to. That they're not going. That you don't have to send them anything. That it's a full ride. They're gonna pay for food. They're gonna pay for everything. That's just not. That's not it. That's not it. You're gonna be coming out your pockets.
You still.
Yeah, the scholarship. Yeah, that's yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot more. It's a lot more. Go to that.
Oh, I forgot. Y'all kids came before NIL.
Very much.
Brandon, they started the year after Brandon came out. He and I talked about that Monday. He was like, "Dad, I would have been." I was like, "Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda," but it started the year. I said, "Look," I tell you what, do go and roll in some online classes and get tucking." It started the year after him.
So I guess since we're on that trade, if we can, this is for all three of you to answer, and it doesn't matter who goes first. What do you feel about the NIL and the portal?
hey, I'm gonna tell you, Tony, I can't hear Tony when he's speaking, so I can't hear anything he's saying.
Okay.
Terrence, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I don't know what's going on with me.
I can hear everybody else. I just can't hear him.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know why we can hear him. He's the loudest out of everybody. I mean, just his voice. Like he comes in really clear.
Yeah, I'm gonna say clarify that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
I don't know what the tech guys. Normally it's an issue with my lighting. I got good lighting now. Like,
no, you're coming across fine. The lighting is good, and James said is on. She said she can hear you too.
Okay.
So I guess again, the question on the floor is, I mean, right now you set back your babies. All three babies are two with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the other ones with the Green Bay Packers. So what do you feel in hearing about NIL and transfer portal? What do y'all think from your perspectives?
I'm kind of glad, the athletes are getting compensation, but I mean, the amount is kind of overwhelming, and I haven't heard any real bad stories yet. I just think being that young with that kind of money, it could mess up families, parenting. It could backfire, but right now it's been doing pretty good. As far as the transfer portal, I grew up in an era where if you left, you had to sit a year. This leaving, they can play right away. Man, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it, because it's like, if you don't like it here, I can go here and play. If I don't like it, I go here and play. It's like, where's your loyalty? Then they talk about, well, coaches don't got loyalty. I get it, but I grew up in a different era. My thing is stay here, put the work in. Put the work in, and if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. Just because you leave and go somewhere else doesn't mean it's going to happen. Now, I've seen it happen for some people, just like in the national championship basketball. They had 5 transfers at Michigan to start, and they won a national title. You know what I mean? So, again, I'm glad they're getting paid. The amount of money is kind of, it could be damaging, but right now it's not. So, I'm happy for the kids. Because, back in our day, if you look at the shirts, a lot of kids will know it. You just say property of.
Yes, we were.
Property of. You see what I'm saying? They don't say that no more. So now they're getting paid. I'm just like, it's a contract. If you sign it, I feel you need to stay. But again, that's just the old school in me.
Right. That's true. That's true. Coach Ramsey.
I agree with that, man. The only thing, I'm glad they're getting paid. I don't like all the jumping around. I don't like the fact that they have 26-year-old kids, 25,
Oh
26-year-old
my
kids
goodness.
playing
We can
college
talk about that.
ball. I think it's hurting the high school kids now that they're not getting the same opportunities that were out there that these guys got. But there's so many people jumping in now just because they want to get paid on them. But I don't have a problem with them getting paid. I just think they need to find a way where they're not 25 and 26 playing college ball still.
Oh my God, Mr. Williams, let's talk about that. The only reason why
Uh,
Indiana won this year? Did you? Because their record was old.
right.
I mean, most of
Um,
those players under the old rules, most of those players that played would not have been on that team,
yeah, they would have
Right.
to sit. They would have to sit out.
And
But
not.
or they'd have
the,
been out of the system because they wouldn't have.
Yeah.
yeah,
They
yeah,
wouldn't have been
yeah.
eligible.
But at the end of the day, the truth is, school is business. If any kind of business, you have a business. That business is about making money. And so I agree with those kids should get paid. They should get compensated. Because they go out there and hurt themselves playing that sport, their school's not going to take care of them for the rest of their life. So with this money they get, and good people behind them, maybe they can invest it or they go on to the next level. So their money could be good. Uh, um, a coach told my son when he first got to, I don't know if it was Kentucky, I don't know if it was middle or JUCO, but he told me, man, use this school as much as they're going to use you.
Yeah.
So when he said that, I expect that was my brain. Get all you can get as much education you can get. Whatever they're offering you, it's good for you. Get that. So I feel like that too with this money with these children. But like I said, I think it hurts them in the long run as far as education. Because you jumping around, you're not really. Yeah, that's the bad part about that portal. That portal is going to hurt a lot of children.
In the future, and I'm glad you said that because that was one of the when our son had an opportunity to leave Kentucky and him graduating in 3 years made a big difference. He graduates in May, get his
Mm-hmm.
first degree. And the wife mentioned about him being all SEC, but he was actually an all academic All American. So
Wow.
with that we have preached that academics. And I'm gonna go back, and my question on the floor to y'all is how would you think if your child, which is a follow up what you just said, is 27 and still in college? How would y'all's three babies do in that scenario?
Can I?
Would it be 911? What's the emergency?
Let me tell you what I told my son the other day, and we just started laughing. And I said, "Hey, you want to do something you'll be the first to ever do?" He said, "What's that?" I said, "Go back to college, play wide receiver, and come out and be the first person to get drafted in the first round twice." And
Wow.
Wow.
So, my question is, what did Jalen say?
he started laughing. He's like, "Man, you tripping."
But that's crazy. So since we're talking about money, let's go to something that I think is real near and dear into our community. How did y'all go about? Because I know we're going to deal with this. How did y'all go about finding a financial advisor or a financial planner that you trusted to handle your son's finances? Like, how do we do that?
Oh, they gonna find you. You just gonna have to start vetting them. Believe
Okay.
me, they gonna
Okay.
find you.
Well,
Okay.
no.
What are the questions we need
hold
to
on.
ask?
This is the smoothest thing is when Coach Ramsey said it, Mr. Williams and Ms. Brett, both of them went at the same time in sequel.
Yeah, they gonna find you, buddy. But
Right.
I mean, just look at their history, see who they've helped. I mean, ask them, can you speak to some of the people that they've helped, and not just the people who like them. Speak to some of them people that left them too. So, and why did they leave them? So
Right.
look at their fees, look at how they get paid. All that kind of stuff. Um, Just your general, just like you would do if you were trying to find one for yourself.
Gotcha.
Good answer. Good answer.
That's good stuff because that's definitely an important element of this.
Actually, Brandon found his own person. I think, in fact, Jalen turned him on to his financial advisor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he asked around some of the team. He saw some of the team members, started talking to them, and the things they were involved in and investing in. And yeah, I think I had nothing to do with that. He found his own person. I got a chance to talk with them, speak with them before they signed together. But yeah, he looked around. Looked in the parking lot, see who was driving what. Say, hey, how you get that?
Yeah.
Who helping you? Yeah. So where you live? Okay, I'm trying to get over there. So who's helping you over there? Who's helping you get that? What are you investing in? I need to talk to your people. So yeah, he found his own people. He got to talking with Jalen. I think Jalen turned them on to some good people.
Now is Jalen? Which is he on his second or third contract?
Jalen?
Yes.
3.
He's on 3.
Third contract. That's what I thought.
Remember in the beginning, I said that how bad he made my Niners.
I know, babe. I remember he's been in the league for a minute.
He's been in there making my Niners look good.
Now, Mr. Parsons, how'd you do? Especially since he had re-signed such a hard his second contract. Was it difficult finding a financial advisor for Micah, or did you already have one?
Nah, well, like Mr. Ramsey said, they will find you.
Okay.
But once he got his agent, his agent filtered out about 5 or 6 of them. And then my son brought me out to California and we sat in meetings with all of them. They all spit their plan and who they had and how much they was charging and everything. But Micah's a good judge of character. So at the end of the day, he chose. Like, I was glad to be in on there to learn some things. But at the end of the day, he had to pick.
Absolutely. It's always their decision.
Yes, and I just
was
support
there ever a time where you guys let them make their own decision and it backfired?
As of now, no.
No,
Good.
no.
Good.
He got a good group around him.
Well, let me add something to that question. It's sort of like, and I say this all the time to everybody, and Ty's not at where your babies are yet, and hopefully the blessings will put him there. But with that said, is Ty has never said to me, "I'm grown." He's never said that to me. He's 21 now, and he's never said it. And he will listen to my advice, and so y'all probably in just hearing you talk, sort of guided certain situations and give them another outlook. Am I correct on that?
Exactly.
I trust his decision making.
Yeah, because people don't understand. Just because you get to a certain age doesn't mean that you're. I always say that they're of age. That's my word. And there's no way with the wisdom that you 3 have with your sons, they're going to still listen. They might not act like they're listening, but they're going to listen. And,
hey, you preaching right there.
That part.
Yeah.
they act like they're not listening, but they're listening. They're listening. And if they need you, they'll hit you up. They'll ask you different questions and stuff. But
right.
It's that transition time. They're going from being young men to men, but the foundation's there.
Right. Yeah, and that's been always a great relationship that I have with my son, and I can tell y'all 3 have that with your sons as well. Now, I've got a different area I'm going to go, and we're going to roll back over here. When you were growing up, each one, Mr. Williams, Mr. Ramsey, and Ms. Parsons, what was your favorite NFL team? Now, I know what your favorite NFL team now, because your babies are. So I mean, I don't care where my son goes. I'm gonna be that fan. I'm gonna have that gear. So when you was growing up, Mr. Williams, what was your favorite NFL team? Just say a little bit about your history.
From the time I can remember, I've been a Cowboys fan. But I do remember a time I liked the Raiders. That's back when Jim Plunkett was the quarterback for the Raiders. That's the only other team I would cheer for. But I've always been a Cowboys fan. Look, I got a shirt when I was in middle school. I got them stars going down the sleeve.
I'm just gonna say this to y'all too. I'm gonna say it to y'all too. I'm glad your son is a brother. He's a UK brother.
Man, I didn't start seeing 49 and stuff to the 90s. Won't nobody wearing this stuff.
Hey, next person. So, Mr. Ramsey, what was your next person? Hey, the reason why I moved on to the next person, guys, because that's a fact.
Here in Tennessee, we didn't have a pro team then, so everybody was either Steelers fan or Cowboys fan here.
Yeah.
If you walk around Tennessee, that's all you're gonna see, Steelers and Cowboys. But I kind of went against the grain because I used to watch just defensive backs. So I liked Cleveland Brown. They had Minifield and Dixon, two smaller DBs who used to ball out.
Minifield's one of my
Minifield is actually my cousin.
So I used to watch the Cleveland Browns. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small world.
Small world. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Everybody thought I was crazy though. It's like, man, but they were pretty good back then with the big what's his name, Biner and Kozar and all those guys. They were winning some games back then.
As quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, before Mr. Parsons answers his question, when I finished college, I worked out with Minnie, and we ran this hill. And all of a sudden there was literally a fence about right here on me. And I'm 6'1". And we ran it. My legs are tight. I'm cramping. And he's talking to me. And Minnie just jumps over the fence. And I walk up to the fence and see, did it go down? Did he have a button? And he said, and he goes, Cisco, come on, let's go. I was like, man, there's a gate right there.
Hey, those dudes were ballers, though, man. They were ballers.
Yeah, many mites.
It's different.
So Mr. Parsons, what was your favorite team growing up?
Cowboys.
Oh my Lord.
I already knew that answer.
Let me make sure before she asks the next question. All of her Cowboys gear, I buy her Cowboys gear because that's my baby. I love her and that's what she likes. But I do tell people that is her only fault, that she's a Cowboys fan. That's her only fault.
Oh, Mr. Brown said Frank had a 40-inch vertical, man.
Oh yeah, he was amazing, and I was very fortunate to get to know him as a good friend, and to this day, because he still lives here in Lexington.
Okay.
So do y'all go to games and y'all are I know you're there to support your son, but are there other players that you're in awe of sometimes, or just
most definitely
your son, and you don't see nobody else?
Oh, I watch everything.
Right.
I love football, man. But yes, I do pay attention to what my son's doing. But I love football, and I love the.
So you're paying attention.
I love the X's and the
O's.
O's.
You really do have fun going to the games. And how many times have you had to punch somebody in the mouth?
Oh man! Thank goodness we sit in a box because I probably would have been in jail. Because I get heated, man, when it ain't now. So yeah, we sit in a box. So thank goodness.
I like that.
Mr. Parsons, have you had any problems? Because I know last year I almost had to go in on somebody in the stands. Ty fumbled a punt. Muffed the punt.
He got it back.
He got it back. And they was going in. Oh my goodness, I was ready to go off.
I like it when I like when people don't know who I am and they just get to talking. And then when they realize who I am, I'll be like, hey, that's your opinion. That's okay. I mean, I talk about players too. I mean, that's our opinion. But when it's your son, it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you just got to be all. And I learned that in high school. You know, I sit around and they get to talk and I'll be like, whew, I'm going to just let them be because, I don't want to make a scene.
Absolutely.
It's easy now. On social media, sometimes I do chime in. I do let them get the best of me because they really go hard on social media. But I told myself this year, I'm not gonna let them get me started. You know,
Hold on, Mr. Williams, Mr. Ramsey. We are in April.
Right, right.
yeah.
Right,
Oh my God, you got to stay off of social media.
You know,
right.
Man,
I
I got
read
so many
it.
people blocked on social media. It's so
Oh, I
crazy.
see you do.
I try to.
I guess my thing with y'all's three sons, I mean,
How
it's
can they have anything negative to say
98%
about any of
positive.
them? Yes.
I mean, and I really do mean that. I mean, 98% positive, and you get some idiot that says something, and I'm like, y'all, I don't have an understanding. I don't, but normally everybody knows in here in Lexington who I am because of being a coach for as long as I have. And this one, I'll be like, guys, you don't want that problem.
You don't want these problems.
So-
Get that done. Hey,
Yeah,
so
you
we're
know.
coaching. Oh, we were coaching, and we were in a warm up, and a parent was going in on him. I said, "She disrespecting you." Oh my God, I was ready to go off because a parent was disrespecting him because her son was missing practice and didn't know. So he's missing practice, and then she's not understanding why he wasn't playing.
Well, and that leads me into my question to y'all: is when your child babies, and they're babies to me. Okay, no matter how big they are, they're babies to me based on my age. When they went to college, to the pros, what was the biggest thing that made you go in your individual mind that was said, "Wow, this is different"? And either one of you can start.
I mean, when you say different, are you talking about
I'm talking
playing
about
the
the environment because I'm gonna say something, but I'm gonna let y'all say it first. The environment of college environment to, I know it's been a while, if you will, to the NFL environment, because NFL is grown men with kids and
Right.
family and a lot of responsibility.
right.
And so I guess it's a interesting question, but it's something that we hopefully be in your shoes to do.
You just talking about the environment of game day?
Yes,
Oh, you
please.
can't beat college compared to the
Oh, college is
NFL.
better than the NFL.
Oh, come
Oh
on,
yeah.
man. Yes.
Oh yeah. The
Way
energy
better.
level is so much higher.
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh
energy level is so much.
I would have never thought that.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, then I'm coming back. Every NFL game I go,
It is
their
high.
mothers always want to fight you because you wearing a different color. In college, it ain't like that. I mean, if my Niners come down to the Bengals and I go up to Cincinnati, I got to make sure I walk all the way around where the 49er fans are to go in the bathroom. I don't go in the bathroom there by myself. I mean, that's what I mean, if that makes sense.
So I don't know. I've been to rivalry games. I've been to a lot of them, especially down here in the SEC country and ACC country. So you get to them and you have some fights from some knuckleheads, but for the most part, people just banter back and forth. But the
Right.
atmosphere in college is it's just better. That's my opinion. It's just better.
I think so too.
Really? Oh, I
It's
know
not even
Penn State
close.
was live. Woo.
What?
Right out.
Penn State was like it was live.
What, Penn State? Man, listen. They call it Happy Valley, and it's Happy Valley. You hear me? And I would tell anybody, I don't care, SEC, whatever, if you like college football in your lifetime, you have to get to a whiteout game. That is the most energized game in the world.
Okay.
And when you say that, I'm very fortunate in my building where I work at. There's a Buckeye fan in there, and there's a Michigan fan. Every one of them says that about Penn State's whiteout. Both of them. And one of my best friends is from Lima, Ohio, so he's a Buckeye. He's a Buck, and he says the same thing. He said that is the most amazing environment.
So, what is your favorite college stadium you've been in, and then what's the best NFL stadium environment you've been in?
Got them both.
Well, I'm kind of biased because I'm a Penn State fan,
Yeah.
but Michigan was crazy.
Okay.
The big
Michigan.
house. The big house is crazy.
Okay.
You know, that was it. If I had to choose after that, it had to be the big house. Unreal.
Okay, and let me follow up, and both of you, Mr. Williams and Mr. Ramsey, can answer as well. Which one of them did you hate going to? Not just because there was obnoxious fans in college, if you can recall.
I didn't experience that. I don't think.
I'm biased, like Mr. Parsons says. I think when you get in Florida State and all them chanting and doing all that, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
And then being in the South, I've never heard a louder stadium than when they went to Clemson his freshman year. We were sitting in front and we could not hear each other.
Oh wow.
That place was crazy.
Wow.
So
Ohio State was rough.
The horseshoe.
Yeah, it was rough. Yes, the horseshoe was rough.
Mr. Williams, what's yours?
My favorite stadium was Kentucky. The pregame, all that. I love Kentucky. Where did we go? The worst. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but I'll have to say Mississippi State. Look, my daughter graduates from there too. But State, I didn't like that. I didn't like going there. Yeah, I think.
The one with all the cowbells?
Yeah, that was Cowboys.
Those cowbells. Man, woo!
Yeah, it was loud. It was loud.
It is loud. Everybody ringing those bells. Man, it's crazy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, mine was in Mr. Ramsey. Coach Ramsey said it was Clemson and LSU was the most too loud. I ain't played since then, and I still remember the obnoxious. And in our time here, answering your question,
South Carolina
was the loudest and the nicest stadium.
The best.
Ole Miss.
The best.
Yeah.
Ole Miss was great going through
South Carolina's a nice stadium.
Yeah.
And the atmosphere is really, really fun.
It's really fun. But the Grove and
Ole Miss
and those fans, and that was the year we beat them.
We upset
they
them.
were still polite.
Yeah, we walked right through
I ain't gonna be polite to you. And they were like,
still offering food and drinks.
They was like, your cup's empty. I mean, that was different.
Well, what questions do we need? We got to wrap this up because it's only 42 minutes. I'm going to let you guys go about 15 minutes. What questions do we need to ask that we don't know to ask? Like in the recruiting process or even asking our son, like maybe it's mental health or something like that. But what are the questions that we need to ask that we probably didn't know to ask? What do you think, Mr. Parsons?
Well, as far as, find an agent, are they going to take care of him? Like Micah's agent, they took care of him during that time training all the way up to the draft. Okay. I mean, he didn't hurt or want for nothing. Top of the line training. Oh, nah, see if you got to come out of pocket. See if everything's covered, That's one thing you want to know because as I hear that training could be quite expensive. Mr. Ramsey could tell you about that.
So me and Parsons' son have the same agent. So
okay.
Like he said, A1, top notch, everything. But I trained my own son for the combine. That's why he's saying that. So yeah.
Okay, where are you located, Mr. Ramsey?
I'm in just outside of Nashville.
Oh, we coming.
Oh, Nashville.
We pulling up, Mr. Ramsey.
I retired.
Oh.
Hey. Yeah, but you've been moving pretty good, so I know you still got it in you. So I'm just saying. No. My dad lives in Spring Hill.
Okay, yeah, he's a little bit south of me. I'm in Smyrna, just right outside of Nashville.
Oh, you're closer to our sister-in-laws. They live in Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I'm close to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good stuff. Mr. Williams?
Just kind of what those guys said. Just Brandon has a good agent. They took care of him doing training. before the draft, that whole process, they looked out for him. Somebody says mental health. That's good. Make sure that always make sure mentally they doing good. How you doing? What's going on in your head? What are you feeling? Mr. Ramsey always says all the time, a good foundation. That's one of the most important things with these children. Make sure they have a good foundation, good relationship with parents where they always feel open and being able to talk. I say it all the time. The safest place, one of the safest places to talk to your children is over dinner. Sit down and eat dinner together. Everybody guards down, laughing, talking. A lot of stuff comes across on their dinner table.
Okay.
You can get a lot of answers. You can learn a lot of stuff. So make sure you have that foundation with those children. Make sure you listening to them. They say they don't want to play in the morning. Why don't you want to play? What's going on? It could be something going on. It could be something with the coach. It could be something with another player. Just listening.
Wow, that's it.
Yeah.
And that's a lost art.
I think the mental health part is probably the most I don't know, just underrated.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that parents miss the most because you're not paying attention, or we just don't know.
You just don't know
because we're not as engaged. So in that part, like what is that boundary of pushing too much or not pushing enough? You know, you don't want to be all up in their business. You don't want to be a helicopter parent, but at the same time, you still want to be able to nurture. How did y'all were y'all able to balance that, where you weren't doing too much, but then you were making sure that they were getting what they needed? Mr. Parsons, you're the coach.
You know, Mike is easygoing, so when I was younger, I didn't communicate well. I wasn't a good communicator. So he kind of developed that. So that's what we worked on, trying to communicate, letting things out. I know with the mental health part, when he left high school, he graduated high school early, went to winter workouts, all that good stuff. But the first game he ever played in, he didn't play as many reps as he wanted to. So he was upset. Even though they was blowing the team out, he was upset. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you got a chance to play as a true freshman and you win the game. But when you used to starting and playing both sides of the ball, dominating the game, and then you get to the next level, you go from playing maybe 40 minutes down to maybe 15. Mentally, that's not good for them kids. But lucky he had a good mentor, LeVar Arrington. LeVar Arrington called him and was like, hey, listen, what are you crying about? He said, listen, don't be no prima donna. You keep going out there playing and let the press speak for you. If you do what you want to do, the press will speak on your playing time and things will change. And that was big because I never played football to that magnitude. So having LeVar in the circle at that time was big, so they got a good mentor that can help them, especially if make that jump from high school to college. You need a good mentor, you know what I mean, that's been where you've been or where you're trying to go. And, he's just been blessed to have some great individuals in his life along his journey.
Wow.
Oh my goodness! Can y'all sons be mentors for my baby?
Hey, LeVar Arrington, my high school coach when I first started coaching, is from PA, and we actually went and watched him his senior year in high school. And I was up there, and I wanted to move to Pittsburgh because I loved the weather. I really did. It was
That's football weather.
And his fact story is his senior year. It was homecoming day, and he was running the ball. He was been a running back and the linebacker, and he got hurt. They took their whole team out, guys. They took everybody out and brought in another team offensively, and just started throwing the ball. They never ran it again. I've never seen that. That was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And so when people say his name, I remember that clearly, and I was like, "Who beats this team?" So,
Mr. Parsons said something that was really, really good about the communication. Name something that your son maybe helped you to grow as a parent, as opposed to you always being the one helping to develop your son. Was there something that they did that helped you to become better as a parent, or just to help you grow even as a man? Something from your son that you learned from him?
Man, that's a good question. Just watching his growth, being a father, doing things on his own, not needing no help, like just grow. Cause my son, he was silly, you know, going through.
Yeah.
So yeah. So to see him to be like focused, career wise, family wise,
Wow.
that's big. Cause at that age I wasn't. I wasn't that focused. I wasn't like that. So to see him focus on family and about his business at that high level, I love that. You know what I mean? And I always tell people about that. So yeah, being a good father all the way around at a young age, you know, like I tell people, parenting, there's no book on it. You learn every day.
You learn
You
as you
learn
go.
every day. And people make judgments, but you learn every day. And he learned a lot, and we have real conversations, about life and everything. So just to be able to have them type of conversations now, where before we would talk and it'd be like, don't nobody want to talk. You know what I mean? But now we can have those talks without nobody being in their feelings or feeling a certain type of way, and then move on.
That's good. What, Mr. Williams, do you have a moment where your son actually helped you to kind of develop instead of it being the other way around?
Yeah. No, we brought our children up in church. We kept them in church and faith, faith family. And so Brandon we were talking one day and Brandon was like, yeah, Dad, when I make it to the NFL, and I said, if you make it to the NFL, he said, no, Dad, I'm gonna make it. So he just manifested that thing. He kept the faith. So that I had to realize then that he's listening to church. He's believing that he's going to make it, and I was like, man, you got him in church. We talk all this faith stuff. I got to walk it out because he's walking in. He's believing. He never wanted to do anything else. That was his thing. He always wanted to play in the NFL. So he just kept the faith, manifested, worked hard, and he is in his 5th year.
That's good.
And Mr. Ramsey, please, as well.
Do you have a moment?
As far as with my sons, I have 2 sons, so both of them played Division One, and
Okay.
I just learned from both of them that how you can't do the same thing with every person. You know what I mean? So they taught me how to step back sometimes, and like I was saying earlier, that they're in a transition period. And they're trying to be their own men. So I had to step back sometimes and say, okay, when I was his age, I didn't want nobody to tell me to do this. And they're just like us. Only difference is they got money in their pockets, but they go through the exact same thing. They have the exact same feelings and fears or whatever. And like Mr. Parsons says, me and my sons, both of them, we have good communication. We talk every day. So, if they have a problem, they don't mind coming to me. So I think just the communication part and having good communication with your son or daughter or your kids in general, and then they'll open up to you when things ain't going quite like they want them to go.
Well, the one thing I like what at this moment is ticking on, and I'm telling you, I'm stalling time, but time waits for no man. But but with that said, is I mean, you have no idea the small things that you're saying that are large. It really is, and to you, it may be common. And I have a great saying: "What is common to one is not common to all." And when you're saying something, I mean, we got people popping up and they're listening. There's a lot of people listening. And based on what your sons are, because you got to understand the honor of this. When we're watching your babies on Sunday or Monday night, I mean, we're we're fans. And now we get to see the production, why these young men are men. And it's because of their dads. And so that's huge.
You guys don't
You
get
have
enough
no
credit
idea.
for what you do. And so because of that, I have a difficult question. It's not controversial, but a difficult question. Sometimes as women, we think we know everything. Was there any we think we know it all. Was there any controversy with dealing with the moms? No disrespect to them, but because sometimes they think they know because them are their babies. Usually boys are more mama's boys than they are daddies, and most of the time girls are more connected to the daddies. Yeah. Anything there? Because sometimes that's a conflict. Because I know we as coaches, we see it all the time because we deal with a lot of single moms, and they're not leading their sons in a way that's productive for them. And how have you guys dealt with that? Either because I know two of you are coaches. Well, all of you are coaches, you're mentors. How do you guys deal with that when you're dealing with the women and the boys?
Well, I was just about to chime in when he was like, we're great dads and everything, but I want to make sure. Listen, Micah's mom, Terrence Parsons, she was great all the way through. Only problem we ever had was I've been a Penn State fan, and what it was is she took him up to so many unofficial visits about Penn State. She loved Penn State. I love Penn State too, but I took him on the unofficial visits elsewhere. And when Micah decided to decommit, she was like, "Oh, he only doing that because you." I said, "No, you understand. It's more than just Penn State out here. Once you go with us on these other visits, these unofficial visits, you'll see more things. We go to Ohio State." She's like, "Oh, this is really nice. Oh my God, this is different." I said, "Yeah." In the back of my mind, I wanted to go to Penn State, but I want him to want to go to Penn State.
Yes.
Right. If he just chose Penn State off the back and it didn't work, he could have been like, "Oh, I did that for y'all." No, I get it. But at the end of the day,
we wanted him to go to Kentucky, but we wanted it to be his decision because we didn't want him coming back and saying, "I went to Kentucky because y'all wanted me to go to Kentucky."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's the only problem we kind of like disagree. But after she took them other visits, she was like, "Man, this is crazy. If he go here, I don't know how I'm gonna get to the games." And I was like, "That's what it come down to." Yeah. So before he actually commit, I said, "Son, listen, Georgia was this, OU was this, but I know you love your mom. You know me, I'll probably move just to be at your games. She ain't gonna be able to come. So think about your family environment and your support team when you make your final decision." At the end of the day, he chose Penn State, but yeah, never no problem. Always agreed. Just that one disagreement when he decommitted because he wanted to see some other things, which your kids should do. See some other things. Right. You got to be able to compare it to something before you make your final decision. And last, anything outside of 5 hours, that's not considered your home school. So you better be the dog when you get there. If not, you're losing to the in-state players.
Right.
Right.
Well, Mr. Ramsey, please.
I didn't have any problems either. We kind of formed a team, and his mom knew what we were doing. We knew what she was doing. She handled all the stuff that I wasn't good at, like cooking the meals, making sure they did all the certain things like that. But when it came to training and sports, she left that to me. And we never got into any kind of arguments or anything. She would actually come in and say, "Hey, they got training today, or they got training this weekend because I want to do this, this, and this, but I need to know what time training is." So she already knew the plan, and we came up with it together. So it was good. We didn't have any problems.
All right, Mr. Williams.
Yeah, same here. No issues. Like I said, I got 4, so the 3 girls, they did something, so we never got into had any issues about them doing anything, about him playing ball or the times. The only thing they hated was they went to all the practices too, so they was at the practice, they was every game. I think they just they kind of footballed out now.
Even though big bro, little bro,
Oh, they watch the game. Everybody, all of us still watch the. Everybody watching the game, but that's the only game they're gonna watch.
I love it. I love it. And I think that's what makes it pretty cool for young people when they're playing the game. All that support, because that's all they see.
Everything.
They just see support. They look in the stands and there's mom, there's dad, there's auntie, there's grandma, and that was the same ones that told them to pick up their toys. Those are the same people that told you to go wash the dishes. And
Right.
now they're in there, they're clapping for you. So that's a pretty good. And
Mr. Brown trying to be funny. Go ahead, babe.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Mr. Brown trying to be funny. He said, when the Packers played Dallas, didn't Micah tackle Dak to win that game? Yes, Mr. Brown.
No, he actually saved the touchdown.
He saved the
That
touchdown.
would have won the game.
Yeah, left to right in the
Yeah.
end zone. Yes, I remember. Hey, but I say this again, all three of y'all's sons, oh my gosh, and
We're fans.
we're huge fans. I mean, and Mr. Ramsey, I'm sorry, you can get mad all you want. I was glad that he got out of our conference. Because your son got on my nerves now. I ain't lying.
Hey, y'all had their number every time except for that one time.
Yeah, but the one, hey, trust me, and I mean this. In my building, someone touched a 49er thing on my desk. All the kids, as an educator, all the kids would, man, that's coach's 49er stuff. Don't touch his 49er stuff. So that's how much I'm a fan of Niners. I really am. And I kept saying, oh my gosh, if they don't quit trying to throw to his side.
Well, that's good. Well, okay. So this is my last question. I'm gonna let you go because I have to get up early as well, and I know you guys were already.
I don't.
For me.
I'm on spring break.
You guys were already up for me. Is there anything publicly that you've ever wanted to say that you've never had an opportunity to say? I know you guys are very vocal. And when you're done with that, make sure, I know two of you have for profits. I want to make sure you guys also give a chance to tell us about your nonprofits.
Please.
Mr. Parsons.
I mean, I say everything publicly. Only thing I say is this. I know y'all like going to the game. So when I got to the NFL, I like going inside the stadium, but it kind of got boring. So now I'm like the king of the tailgates. I just join people tailgates and watch the game with them and enjoy it. I could care less about going inside. My son gets mad at me sometimes. I'm like, hey, I'm in the same city and state. I'm just outside the tailgate. I'm still watching you. Because for years, I watched it on TV. I can't hear what they talking about you when I'm in the stadium. I like hearing it. I'm still
hearing what they say. Yeah. Because we record the game so that we come back and then we rewatch it so that we can hear the commentary to see what they say. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, if you come to a stadium near me, hey, look for TPTV. We got a tailgate going on. We're enjoying the game. You know what I mean?
I love it.
I love it. Mr. Williams, anything
Hey,
you ever want to say?
I'm a Bernie Mac fan. I ain't scared. So look, I'm gonna speak publicly. Look, whatever I got to say, that's what I'm gonna say. You know what? I think that's why my son didn't get to play in the high school all-star game, because I was on those coaches so bad. They told him my son played all them positions. He led and scored and led in everything. And they said, "Well, oh man, we forgot to submit your name."
What?
Yeah, they didn't want me. They didn't want me there. I was on their heads every game. Man, yeah. So yeah, so I had to learn to be a little bit more reserved. For his sake. So yeah, but I ain't scared. I'm gonna say what I have to say. And that's what I like about this podcast. We get a chance to speak freely. We get a chance to share some real gems, real nuggets. We don't have to be scared to say what's real, and I appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely, Mr. Ramsey.
It's nothing that I really want to say to anyone, but I have something I have to say before we get off here.
Yes,
so,
sir.
before I came on, Jalen's two oldest daughters said, "Give them a shout out." So I want to say what's up to Brooklyn and Breland on here. So
There
they
you
Hey,
go.
Brooklyn and
so they won't
Breland.
be mad at me. They said, "Give us a shout out." I said, "Okay."
What's up, Brooklyn and
I
Breland?
love it. I love it. I love it.
Hey, so how old are they?
7 and 6.
Okay,
That's
so
beautiful.
I have to say this. Since y'all are football fans, I hope that he is grooming them to play football because girls flag football is the fastest growing sport right now. And right now
Wow.
there are full ride scholarships for girls, flag football, women's flag football. And by the time they get in college or ready, it'll be full fledged. I'm pretty sure everywhere across hopefully it'll be a sanctioned sport in the NCAA. Right now it's an emerging sport. There are 225 schools right now that are either have a girls flag or they're on the process of getting one. So make sure y'all keep that right, because right now the girls flag is a big thing right now.
Hold on. I like it. Here's the reason why I think it's pretty cool. And I really do mean this. And I've said it many times before, right? Giving the young ladies an opportunity to go off to college. It's the same thing that all three of you said.
Like we said,
it's about full scholarships. It's not about the third level. It's about getting to that second level, having an opportunity. And it's sort of like me being a high school baseball coach for 30 years, as well as football, but me being a high school baseball coach, if you ain't got to pay it back, it's called a scholarship. I don't care what you want to call it.
Right.
It's a scholarship. If I ain't got to pay it back and ain't got to get a loan to redo it, it's a scholarship. And this flag football thing is beautiful. It really helps the young ladies to blossom, and I hope it runs downhill.
But the NFL said that they're getting ready to fund a men's and women's flag league.
Yeah, they actually have a flag football commissioner now.
Already?
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've already.
So I know it's
set
coming.
The framework. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Good stuff. Well,
it's sanctioned here in Tennessee.
Tennessee is popping.
Yeah, we sanctioned it here already, and I have two older granddaughters, and they're in middle school, and one's in the 9th grade, and they're about to start playing it. So.
Oh, good. I love it. There's a camp in Bowling Green actually on the 25th. I know you
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Bowling Green, Kentucky on the 25th, and there's going to be some college coaches at that showcase.
Okay. At Western Kentucky?
Yeah.
Is it going to be at West? I can't remember where it's going to be at, but it's going to be at Bowling Green. I'll send it to you. I'll email it to you.
All right.
So that you have that information. I have a friend that he just became a flag coach at one of the colleges here about 20 minutes from here at he needs a full roster.
Yes, I need that.
Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank the Lexington African American Sports Hall of Fame for always sponsoring us. James said of Cleveland, thank you so much for connecting all of us with these men. And you all are doing something on draft day in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, we almost forgot about
it. Can people pull up on y'all on that?
Yes, they can.
Okay, tell us about it.
Babe, you can't say pull up. That's drive-by.
Pull up. No, pull up.
Pull up. Come hear what we got to say. Intentional dads.
It's intentional dads. Okay.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Basically, we just like a forum, talking to fathers, could be mothers in the audience too, just talking about real life stuff, just not about sports, about being good men and women, how to be able to co-parent. A lot of men decide not to help raise the kid when them and their wife or girlfriend don't work out. I'm like, hey, it don't matter. Like me and Micah's mom, we was actually divorced, and we at the games, we high-fiving in the stands, and people were like, aren't y'all divorced? Yeah, but there are kids.
We got that story.
We're a blended family.
Yeah, hey, just because what I'm supposed to do, just walk away? Nah, you got to be there. That's your kid.
Absolutely.
Right.
So it's a lot, what I mean? Just you got to have that insight. And one thing for men, I'm gonna say it now, and I'm gonna say it then when I'm in Pittsburgh. A mother's love for their son is like no other. And as a man, if you can't understand that, it's gonna always be friction.
Facts. I mean, because she hears me say it all the time. I miss my mom like crazy. I do. That's moms. That's moms, and you got to respect that. And say this again. Now, when does this take place? It's in Pittsburgh, right?
Pittsburgh,
draft.
Pennsylvania, April 24th, 10 a.m. to
10
12 p.m.
At the
at
Wilson
the
African American Cultural.
Yep.
Hold on, here it is right here. Dad Talks.
All right.
August Wilson African American Cultural Center.
I love it. I love it.
At the draft. So if you're going to the draft, or even if you're not going to the draft, you can go there. Because I know I'm a part of the National Coalition of Minority Football Coaches, and they're doing like a meet and greet there too.
Wow.
That Thursday.
The more you do, I mean, and again, we're gonna let y'all go.
Thank
We
y'all
said
so
that
much.
2 minutes ago. But with that said, is guys, y'all have no idea how much. I mean, when she told me y'all were coming on, and I was ecstatic. I really was, and I'll say it again at the end of this. I'm just glad that Ramsey's with the Steelers and not with the Rams anymore, so we can throw the ball against the Rams.
Hey, Rams still looking good out there now.
Hey, stop.
They do. They do. Well, listen, guys, thank you again. Big ups to y'all sons. Congratulations. We're fans.
Okay, if you can do me a favor, baby, say Mr. Williams, Mr.
let me
Ramsey,
take this off
and say their son's name.
So Terrence Parsons is the father of the Micah Parsons that was
with the Packers.
Lamont Ramsey is the father of Jalen Ramsey, who was with the Steelers. And Tony Williams is the father of Brandin Echols, who's also with the Steelers. Y'all, they play the hardest. Both of y'all sons are corners, aren't they?
Yeah.
They on both ends like this.
Off ends are the size of one another.
They both on the islands by themselves. I know we're supposed to go. But that's still the hardest position to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
You on the island.
And you start backwards every play.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. I love that. Well, in our case, real quickly, is I'm a defensive minded person. That's why I love y'all three.
Yeah.
Y'all babies play defense.
All three of them.
now, this is me at a game. If I'm the head coach, correct? Let the offense have the ball. Will I not be talking to people in the stands?
Yeah. So this was my first year as the offense coordinator. He left me hanging the whole
No, I didn't. I knew everything. I did. Oh, you're not helping me here. You're not helping me, fellas. and I literally will be, we do defense, and you got to do a lot of offense because offense is all about precision, and that's a fact. And all of a sudden, the players would not move because they couldn't start the offense till I got off the field because I don't want to be around offense, because they just whine too much for me. I was like that in high school. I would literally be talking to somebody when the offense had the ball. So I'm pure defense.
All right. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna end the stream.
Good luck to your son.
I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. I'm gonna end the stream, but don't log off. Okay. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Deuces.